Yeah, so the next slide talks about technology system review. So clearly, the existence of technology system review is not a trend unique to this year. But what I think you'll see is, and what we started to see recently, and we'll see more, is how technology system review is really maturing in our industry. So not only is it becoming the default approach for your larger matters, what I think is the biggest trend is just what next here, kind of the increasing fluency and flexibility of TAR. So for the last many years, over a decade now, the legal industry, when thinking about technology system review, was very hung up on, oh, well, what are the training documents? Or what is TAR 1.0 versus TAR 2.0? And what are the seed sets? And all of this kind of discussion around the minutia. But as the technology has gotten better, and really, frankly, the user interfaces have gotten better, it's allowed for a lot more flexibility around this, and just using, you might have the formal approach of using TAR, sure, for responsiveness review, but really the informal uses of TAR, just by issue, for privilege, otherwise, just to really see what happens, I think is really the number one trend going forward when you think about machine learning and the law. But obviously, you see some other points here. Ray, you want to talk about those as well?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm kind of excited about is we're starting to see deep learning based machine learning models be applied to in the legal context. For a while, I mean, I think the thought was that deep learning, although it was good in other areas, it wasn't really worth it for sort of text classification problems, like is it responsive, is it not responsive, that we deal with in the legal context. I mean, the performance of the logistic regression or the support vector machine, I'm using techie terms, but basically the existing stuff was good, and it worked well, and we got great results, and it saved us a lot of time and effort. And deep learning really wasn't worth it. And I think what's changed with that is a lot of the big tech companies, so the Microsofts and the Googles and the Facebooks, have invested a lot in natural language processing AI models that are far more time and effort, energy and money have gone into those than you would be warranted for any particular case. But what they can do is they have a general understanding of language that can be used as a starting point, and then it can be refined for the application to your particular matter. And so starting to see some of those in cases and starting to see good results. And I think it's just a really promising area, and I hope they continue to improve.